We got Laura Britt coming up here. I don't want to put her in the spot to have to discuss this, man, because she's the host with the most of Giants pre- and post-game live on NBC Sports Bay Area. And, of course, she's going to be hosting Warriors pre- and post-game live today on NBC Sports Bay Area alongside Kareth Burke, the great KB, Zena Cater, the pride of Yale for Women's Empowerment Month. It's a women's empowerment broadcast on NBC Sports Bay Area. It all starts at 6 p.m. again with Laura Britt, Kareth Burke, Zena Cater, Ginny Kavnar, the new voice of the Oakland A's, and, of course, LaChana Robinson, who's been on the call for WNBA games for a long, long time as a color analyst. She'll be alongside Ginny Kavnar and Jay Appel, Marinelli, and Kyla Mills for Dove Talk Live. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to come by and say what's up to Laura Britt as I'm taking my mom to the game. Seems appropriate to take my mom on a day like today. Laura, good morning, man. The Queen of the Roast is back. I saw you yesterday before we get started, and we'll get to Renell and what's going on today at NBC Sports Bay Area. How'd your little guy do? What did he play T-ball yesterday, Little League?
Oh, yeah. We got a little – it's not T-ball. Now he's in like a real
Coach Pitch?
baseball association. Yeah, Coach Pitch.
So are you in Little League where they can't take leads? What are you doing right now? Are you Mustangs? How old?
They're 7 and 8, so it's first and second graders.
Okay.
And they're definitely significantly more coordinated than last year. Like somebody can actually throw it to first and they can catch it, which is kind of amazing. Not every time.
Laura, I've got all the gear in my basement.
Yeah,
anything
let Laura finish.
I'm sorry.
We know you're
anything you need, I've got gear.
You've got your 15-time title winners, a CYO coach. We know Shasky. Let's go.
11-time CYO champion. But
I might need you to come out and do like a hitting clinic or something. We'll talk about it.
Well, he might get hurt doing that.
No, this is what I would recommend.
He just saw a chiropractor twice last week.
For less than $100, go on Amazon and get yourself a tee, a batting tee, and get yourself a hitting net and put it in the backyard and just make sure that the kids aren't swinging the bat around each other. That's, numero uno. But hit off the tee. If you keep hitting off the tee every single day, you'll work up good reps.
Okay. The tricks are in. There we go. I thought about trying to get Rich Aurelia to come teach the hitting clinic.
Now that's smart.
7-year-old.
Anything better than Joe Shasky or Carlos Ramirez, Laura?
Yeah, so we're really excited about it. It's really fun.
Laura,
you're killing me.
I am killing him. Laura, he saw a chiropractor twice last week, man. He's a walking injury.
I feel great.
I don't want Shasky.
Can we talk about that for a second? I know we have a lot to discuss today, but I have friends that swear by chiropractors. And I've never been because I'm terrified. But my friends that go are like, it'll change your life. You have to go. Bonta, have you ever been?
No, I will be going soon. I mean, I'm going to go see Dr. Jaime soon. There's no doubt about it. But I just don't want Shasky to tear some rib cartilage with some dry swings, teaching some little leaguers how to swing a bat. And then Shasky's out on the morning roast for about a month.
He could still do the morning roast with a little injury, right?
I mean, I was coaching on the sidelines, holding my 1-month, 2-month-old baby, screaming and yelling. I can do anything. You'd be shocked.
This is unbelievable.
You'd be shocked what I can pull off.
How terrible of a friend am I? I'm so sorry. I haven't even gotten to tell you congratulations here.
Oh,
I told you, but not on the morning roast.
It's okay.
Yeah, you told him at the Super Bowl. Yeah,
I'll be at opening day with the little guy. I went and ordered him a Giants jersey personalized, and I went extra small. And they sent me a small, and this thing is basically a blanket on him. He'll never be able to wear it. But we'll be out there on opening day. Me and my wife and my brother and his son. And we got a big crew going.
Oh, I got to see you guys.
Yes, I will come by. Where are you going to be?
Well, I might be in the studio, but I'll be there before and after the game. Not after, but before the game. We'll try and connect.
Yeah.
Well, I know you'll be at the Gatehouse today.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be at the Gatehouse today alongside the great KB, Kareth Burke, the pride of Yale, Zena Cater. They're going to be hosting Warriors pre- and post-game live as NBC Sports Bay Area celebrates Women's Empowerment Month. And it's been a great not a great 24 hours with the Giants. We'll get to them in a second. But Bay SC yesterday in our inaugural game, they win 1-0 down in LA against Angel City. And then, of course, you will be hosting Warriors pre- and post-game live, and you do a great job as a role model for not only just little girls, but also guys who want to get into the business, boys who want to get into the business. You're such a professional, Laura, so I'm glad you're getting this opportunity and showing just how skillful you are. I mean, you can do everything, football, baseball, or basketball.
I got big shoes to fill here, Bonta, all right? I got to up my game.
Yeah, Chris Mullen and Festus Ezeli. Yeah, I mean, they're getting an upgrade in my chair. That's for sure.
No. We're really excited. I've gotten to know Ginny Kavnar, who you mentioned earlier. She's going to be doing play-by-play tonight, as everybody knows now. And I haven't gotten the chance to meet LaChina in person yet, and neither Jane. I haven't met Jane in person yet. So I've got some of these people that I'm really excited to meet in person and all come together for this tonight. And, really, this is just about, I think the main thing for me, because I got the opportunity to do this with the Kings a few years ago as well. And the great thing about this is, I don't want it to be super ooey gooey. These are all women that know the game and want to go out and talk about the game tonight. Mm-hmm. So that's what, we're planning to bring to the table tonight. There will be, some interviews celebrating Women's Empowerment Month, but tonight is about a huge game for the Warriors. I mean, they've got 16 games left on the season. They've got to knock this thing out to be able to, it's going to be a stretch to try and make the top 6, but maybe they do it. If they want to be in the play-in tournament, that win over the Lakers on Saturday was a huge win for them. So this is a big game. Every game counts now. We got the chance to talk to Steve Kerr on a call the other day, our entire broadcast crew. So we're all ready for tonight and really just ready to talk about the importance of the Warriors and Knicks tonight.
Well, I'm curious now, Laura, what got you into sports?
Yeah, so I get that question a lot because I actually interned. All of my internships were in news.
Huh.
So I definitely have a very, a journalistic core to me, and that carries over into my sports as well. I really just try and bring, the facts to the table and kind of let people take them however they want. But that's kind of where my core is my background was in news. But I was a cheerleader all the way through college, so I was used to being on the sidelines. It was very natural for me. And so my last year in college, I actually covered the UAB football team, and it was just being down there and on the sidelines was natural for me. And so I got to switch from being a cheerleader into covering the team. And one thing I love about sports, and this sounds so cliche, but when you have news, which is a lot of death, destruction, and mayhem, right? That's what I call it. It's needed. People need news and they need journalists. But I love sports because people come to the table because they're passionate about it. They're not turning on the Warriors or the Giants or the Niners because, the building's burning down. They're turning it on because they love it. And now whether things are going well or they're not going well for whatever team, you're still turning it on because to your core, you love that team. And, what an honor it is to be able to bring that coverage into people's living rooms every night. I just don't take that for granted. And so that's really why the switch happened is I wanted to cover something that people were really passionate about. And it's the interaction. I mean, you guys know this from hosting this show and also Bonta from you doing stuff with us at NBC Sports Bay Area. The interaction with the fans, it just doesn't get better. Yeah. There's this combined passion and energy that's around these teams that's really fun, to be honest.
And Laura, you've come to the Bay Area. You came in as an outsider, and you've become one of ours here in the Bay Area. That's one thing about the Bay Area. Laura Shasky could attest to this. You come here, you embrace the Bay Area, we'll embrace you back, and we'll love you back 10 times harder. And I think the Bay has embraced you, especially with your covers on the 49ers, and then now the Giants, for you to cross over. How difficult was that for you to go from football, as you were a cheerleader, they covered UAB your senior year, to going over to baseball? How much experience did you have in covering the game of baseball?
Well, I came from Chicago, so some people might not know this, but I was part of a team that launched this. It was the first ever digital sports network. It was called 120 Sports. Now it's called Stadium. They have a partnership with Bally, so some people might be familiar with them in that format. So I actually was part of the team that launched that network. So launched Stadium. It was called 120 Sports before Stadium. So we were partnered with Major League Baseball. We were actually partnered with every league. So I had extensive experience covering baseball from my time in Chicago for 5 years, where we were partnered with Major League Baseball, the NHL, the NBA, PGA, NASCAR. We literally talked everything. And the idea behind it was you would switch topics every 120 seconds, which it was like broadcast boot camp. It was wild. I would leave it and I would host 4 hours of live television every night. And it would be, digital, whatever you want to call it, digital television every night. And you would change topics every 120 seconds. It was the most insane thing. And we would toss live out to Major League Baseball games that were underway. And it was really cool, but it got me, I studied a ton. We had 3 months before we even launched the network where we sat in cubicles and just studied. So I was just preparing for, hockey players' names and just all of it. So I had a really, it was a lot of work, but that's where I really feel like I built my foundation of all of the professional sports leagues.
Laura, you got the personality and the charisma. Yeah. Some have it, some don't. And I just mean it just an infectious personality. Mm-hmm. I want to get into the Giants because I don't think their roster's that infectious, to be quite frankly, with you. But I do believe they're a better team this year than last year. I don't know about the starting pitching. I feel like there's a lot of holes. But I'm looking at this Giants team, and I would say that Jung-Hoo Lee is an upgrade. Jorge Soler is an upgrade. Matt Chapman is an upgrade. If you can get a full season out of, Thairo Estrada. I don't know what you're doing with Conforto and Yaz or whatever, but just on the surface, the Giants feel like a better team this year than they were last year. Do you think I'm right about that?
I absolutely think you're right about that. And I know people are, I don't know, some people have ridden the roller coaster up and then some are back down now, but I think the Giants are a significantly better team than they were last year. If you can get leadoff production from Jung-Hoo Lee all season long, you've got Jorge Soler in the middle of your lineup now. How is that not better? I think the defense is where the Giants struggled last season. Everyone knows this. The Giants were the worst team defensively in all of Major League Baseball, had the most errors of any team in Major League Baseball last year. There's been an upgrade there from what we know about Jung-Hoo Lee. Now, these scouts go scout these players. I haven't seen Jung-Hoo Lee play in the KBO, but people that get paid money to go do that have, and I'm assuming that they know what they're talking about. So you've got Jung-Hoo Lee, you've got Matt Chapman, a Gold Glover, multi-time Gold Glover at third now. And not that, that's what's hard for me too, because J.D. Davis was very solid at third as well. Mm-hmm. But if you can have Matt Chapman there, that solidifies your defense. This is a ground ball pitching staff. They induce a lot of ground balls. Everybody knows that as well. You've got to have solid defense behind a pitching staff like that. And we're in complete agreement. Your assessment, I think, is spot on. The pitching staff, the starting rotation, if they can get Blake Snell, which we've been saying for like 3 months now, when are these things going to happen? Can these things happen?
Scott Boras, Laura. It's Scott Boras. I blame him.
Yeah, this has been one of the more strange free agencies in baseball that I've been a part of. I just don't remember times where big name players, even Matt Chapman was just signed a few weeks ago, Blake Snell, where these players are not signed to teams yet. So, and now the market is completely different than it was in December.
Not just players, Laura, premium players. Like last year, JD Martinez didn't sign until late in the offseason. He ends up hitting 36 home runs for the LA Dodgers. And now he's still sitting out there a couple weeks away from opening day. It's just not just fringe players, but premium players. Laura, we're talking former Cy Young Award winners waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. It's not a good look. And what else is not a good look, Laura, as we're talking to Laura Britt here on the Morning Roast on 95.7 The Game, is what happened over the last 24 hours with Rondell Brooks-Boone. Now, I don't want to put you in a position to have to speak on that because I know your position and your title here, but I think I'm gonna phrase this. I'm going to present this to you like this, Laura. It's going to suck to not hear her voice. And it's going to suck to not see her at the ballpark every single night.
I will talk about Rondell Brooks-Boone all day. How much time do we have?
We got plenty.
Because can I tell you that I know a lot of fans, she's a woman of the people, so I know a lot of fans have gotten the chance to meet her. But when I tell you one of the most welcoming people I've ever interacted with, such incredible presence about her. And I've gotten to spend some time with her over the past few years since I've been covering the Giants. And when I switched from the Niners to the Giants, she was the first one to welcome me. She made me feel like that was home for me. And that's not always the case. And I'm sure, many people listening can attest to that in their businesses too. You're not always, immediately welcomed by, whoever, because you're in a new position. She did that for me. And behind the scenes, she's an even better person than she is of what you see, what everybody sees when she's broadcasting or when she's on the field hosting those ceremonies. I love her so much and I respect her so much. and I'm so appreciative of the person that she is, and she really is kind of like one of the heartbeats of the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
That voice, I mean, it's just classic. You know, you walk, it makes it feel normal. It makes Oracle Park, there's Renelle. Like it's
right.
Oh, she's just the best. And I could not say any more great things about her. I'm just so thankful that I've gotten to know her and that I get to have her in my life and be in her sphere, because if you ever get the chance to meet her or be around her, do it. She's just awesome. She's an awesome person. So I will say that, and I will absolutely miss having her voice at that park. And she's a wonderful person, and very talented at what she does too. That's not an easy job. I know, some people, it's a very difficult job. You're on for a lot of hours, many hours. You've got to be on, and she does it flawlessly day in and day out for, a multitude of games.
It's beautifully said. There's like really no other way to expand upon that. I'm really glad that you put that out that way. So now here comes the hardest question I'm going to ask you. Do you know what is going on with Kate Middleton overseas right now? Like, what the heck is going on here?
Oh my gosh.
I've done
She's smiling because she feels me, Bonta. Give it to me.
Am I the only one that gets sucked into this rabbit hole? It sounds like I'm not.
No, you and Shasky do. I was watching Bay
I don't understand what's going on.
I don't either. And I usually don't get I'm not too into all that stuff, but it's just Kate Middleton. You're like, wait, what is happening? And then you do start to wonder, you're like, what could it possibly be that she was in the hospital? I don't know. I have no royal insight. I don't know anybody that has royal insight. So I'm just like you, Joe. We're just out here going down rabbit holes trying to figure out what happened to her.
No, I'm going down the rabbit hole of the New York Knicks like you are, Laura. Oh, no OG Anunoby tonight. Warriors have a great chance to stack a win today, coming out that Lakers win Saturday night. That's what I'm locked in on. Kate Middleton,
I'm
maybe
locked in on that too. I think one of the biggest storylines too, and I know it's been talked about a lot, is Clay settling into that bench role, the six-man role, and he's really doing it. And when he does that, I was looking at a stat last night. When Steph scores 25 or more points, the Warriors win a little over 70% of those games. When Clay scores 25 or more points, the Warriors win a little over 80% of the games.
Yep.
Wow. So he's such a key piece because we've seen Steph go off and score, 40 or something and they lose. Mm-hmm. And it's not just Steph. It's got to be Clay too. And really him settling into that bench role. And we've heard him talk about his conversations with Steve Kerr. It just goes to show, what an incredible coach Steve Kerr is. Like anybody needed to hear that again. But everybody knows that already. But in the way he manages these players, and what I've heard from Clay talking about how, Steve kind of made him realize that that's not a bad spot to be in. That at this point in his career, with what he's come back from, to make it back to the level that he's at is pretty incredible. And then to still be playing at such a high level, you don't have to be, in the starting lineup.
All right, last question for you, Laura. And Shasky and I have been fighting back and forth with each other on this one. LeBron James to the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, no.
Yeah, thank you. We don't even need to talk about
I'm
this.
I'm Laura Britt. We've got the king, LeBron James, coming up right now. Come on, you wouldn't be in all that. Come on.
He's a great basketball player.
Right. Thank you. I didn't even have to ask the question.
Wait,
all I had to say is something.
Wait, is it? But this is different than KD.
Right.
That feels really different than KD.
Why?
It just is. That's just not. No.
No. I'm with you, Laura. You don't even have to expand on it.
Bonta's coming into his next negotiation with entire clutch management, and he is going to be all in on this. He is so full of it.
No, listen, I will embrace it if it happens. But if I had a choice, I want Steph to have more rings in him. I want Steph.
Wait, is this something that y'all have made up, or is this
No, I have a hypothesis that LeBron wants to play with the Warriors.
He did say 2 years ago that he wants to play with Steph. Steph was like, yeah, we're good now, but Joe Lacob. I'll play this 15-second clip for you. Here's Joe Lacob on the situation, Laura. Listen to this.
It's a year ago.
We got a window here. We've got to try to win another title. And I really badly want to see Steph and our guys, Clay and Draymond, get another one. LeBron's got 4.
Yep.
They got 4.
Yep.
Let's get 5. Let's beat him to 5.
Right.
Thank you.
Beat him to 5. That's what I want to do. And you hear Shasky flip-flopping there. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, you're right, Joe. And now he's flipped because there's an article.
Wiggins absences ago.
A week after the trade deadline, Laura, there's an article from ESPN saying the Warriors engaged in conversations about possibly trading for LeBron James. And look, I know there was calls made. Obviously, LeBron had to press the okay on that and say, sure, why not? But that would have been a complicated deal. I just don't. I'm with you, Laura. I want to see us beat LeBron. The competitor in me wants to have more. Like Magic Johnson fans didn't want Magic to play with Bird.
Yeah, is it? No. It's no. It's a no.
Yeah, see, for me, it's a yes for me because Avery Johnson's number 6 is available for LeBron to just come in and swoop it.
No, he wants number 23. Draymond ain't giving that up.
Draymond is not giving that up.
Yeah, can you imagine that locker room?
Yeah, we're good.
Absolutely incredible.
That would be the best reality TV show.
It would be.
It's always fun game.
Hey,
LeBron and Draymond, what would that be like?
Ratings would be through the roof, though. I'm not going to lie. NBC Sports, how many segments we can just build? Like, the show's already done for the next year if LeBron joins. So there's some pros to it. There's some pros to it. But it's not how. I'm with you, Laura. It's not happening. By the way, I'm coming by with my mom. We're going to say hi today as you get ready for Warriors pre- and post-game live. I'm really excited for you. And you've been great. Like, what you said about Rennell was special. But I got to say this, Shasky. When I first got to NBC Sports Bay Area, Laura was one of the first people who embraced me, took my number down, said, if you need anything in terms of makeup, how to prep, looking at the rundown, I got you. And she's been solid from day one. So, Laura, I'm so happy you're getting this opportunity. So happy you're part of the Bay Area community, you, Walker, your beautiful kids. And a special night for you and the ladies here at the Gatehouse today for Women's Empowerment Month as we are celebrating Women's Empowerment Month with the all-women's broadcast today in NBC Sports Bay Area. Laura, see you later.
Thanks, guys. Good to see. I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight, Bonta. I can't wait to meet your mom.
Oh, she's out of control.
She's the best.
She's out of control.
One of my biggest fans.
She is.
So excited. Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, Laura. See you later. She does love some Shasky.